All right, we are back again comparing the Calming Comfort Blanket to the Luxome. I'm going to compare it to a couple different models of Luxome, mainly because the Calming Comfort does not have a cover. So first, let's just go through what the Calming Comfort is. It's really a very thin fabric. It's really, pretty much just two pieces of fabric with squares stitched in and then fairly large beads put in. I mean, you could feel the beads move around. Again, this is more of like a bean bag construction. There's nothing in there, so the beads just fall to one side, and it's really like a hacky sack. I mean, this is just a giant ball, and it feels like a hacky sack. So you can't really see them because the fabric's a little thicker, but if you move the blanket, they all fall to one side. So if I go like that, all the weight is like on one side, one side, one side, and you can hear it. Essentially just feels like a hacky sack. It's very, light because there's really nothing there. It's really just fabric with squares and some big beads put in. It's one of the cheapest ways to kind of manufacture these. There's really not a lot put into it. They have ties, which kind of look bad, but it doesn't come with a cover. So again, not the best construction. To give you an idea of what this costs, this is $139 for the 15-pound medium size, 50 by 75, and then it's $169 for the large size. Again, the same 50 by 75, but it's $169. So let me just compare it with the Luxome. This is our Luxome integrated blanket. You can see it's got dark navy blue on one side, and it's light gray on one side. And here, again, you don't get any bunching. You do like this, you don't feel all the beads bunch at the bottom. It's a little thicker construction, but it still moves with you. It's not so thick where you can't move it like the blank wool blankets. So it's not rigid. It feels a lot heavier. It feels like it's a lot more uniform, but it moves with you. It just feels sturdier, I guess. Sturdier without being rigid. You can't really feel the beads move around much in it. Let me use the gray side so you can see. You go like this, you don't feel the beads bunching like you do in the weighted comfort. It just feels higher quality. That's really all you describe it as. It feels like you're getting a lot more. To give you an idea, this Luxome blanket compared to this is $139. It's basically like bean bags inside of, some basic fabric. $139. Luxome integrated model, much higher quality, no lumping, not a lot of noise. This is only $113 for the medium size. Now to give you an idea, when it goes to the large size, this same blanket in the large size for us is only $132 right now. So this large size, we're actually a foot wider than this beanbag blanket, the Calming Comfort. We're a foot wider and half a foot longer. And this costs $169 compared to our much better construction, $132. That'll just give you an idea. Now let's just flip this over here and look at the Luxome blanket with the cover. This is our large size. You can see it's a king size bed. This is our large size, but this actually has a cover that you take on and off. Very uniform, no bunching. You can see some of the other reviews. A very nice fabric. You can see silky smooth, very soft. This Luxome compared to this, kind of bunchy, very cheap, really nothing there. Feels like a hacky sack. The price difference is the Luxome is $132 for the medium compared to $139 for this. And the large, again, half a foot longer and a foot wider. This is $156 compared to $169 for this. So people ask, why is there such a large difference in price if this is a much cheaper blanket? And it's really just because, A, they don't focus on weighted blankets. It's the Sharper Image name. They have to go through retail stores and distribution. We sell all direct to consumer. We could offer a much higher quality blanket, both the integrated and the one with a cover, for a lot cheaper than they can, making it look fancy, spending all their money on marketing, using the Sharper Image name, and selling in retail stores. This blanket is really should be 60, 70 bucks if you bought it. Like, the quality of the blanket should be maybe 60, 70 bucks, but they sell it for 130 to 160. Here, we're actually selling a blanket that you're paying the price for the quality you're getting. And here, you're getting the same thing. So don't always take the size and the weight and the price into account. It really depends on the construction. A lot of people don't go into it because, frankly, their blankets aren't good. That's why they cover it up with fancy boxes, fancy marketing, and using names like Sharper Image. This is not a good product for the price. I mean, maybe if you paid 50 bucks, I could understand, but you know, it's just, you're not getting what you're paying for compared to a direct-to-consumer brand that really focuses just on weighted blankets, and that's what they do, and that's what we do here at Luxome. So that's a quick insight into a Sharper Image calming comfort weighted blanket. More of a beanbag construction, just 2 pieces of fabric with basically large circular beads sewn in, compared to ours. The integrated on this side and the blanket with a cover on this side. Again, our larger size, cheaper, and a foot wider and half a foot longer. That's not something that you should overlook. That's significantly more expensive to produce. So with that, I will leave you for the Sharper Image Calming Comfort review. Thanks.